Okay. So me and Molly are here. Say hi, Molly. Here's Molly. Anyways, so we're looking at the trailer here. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Molly, we gonna fix the trailer today? Huh? Molly. Okay. Anyways, so this trailer has somewhat of a bulkhead, header board, whatever you want to call it, but really not that much. And so when I'm hauling pipe like I was last week, I had about 800 pounds of pipe up here on the deck. And this is only about 4.25 above the top of the deck. So this piece of 3-inch channel, it's not what I would like as a protection from the load sliding forward. That's kind of what a bulkhead or a header will do. Prevents the load when you hit a stop sign. For whatever reason, you might have to stop and you're on the highway or something, jam on the brakes. You don't want that load to slide forward. And this, I think, is just a little too low that the load could actually lift over that. Or if I have a bunch of material that's strapped together, in some sort of situation, I would like a guarantee that not just a few pieces of tubing or pipe, whatever, might slide out of that bundle and crash in to the truck, God forbid. But so let's look at this drawing. So as you can see, this is kind of the way I do things. This is kind of like my cut list. So I need 4 pieces of this 1/4-inch plate at 6-inch by 3-inch. Drill 2 1/2-inch holes on center, 3/4-inch down to the center of the hole. Then I'm gonna have to make 4 of these pieces of 2-inch tubing notch. And then cut, obviously, my piece of 2 1/2-inch pipe at 96 1/4. This is what I'm using. It's an 1/8-inch wall, schedule 10. Should be plenty fine for this application. So yeah, you can tell it's cold because this is my coolant bottle for the mag drill and it's ice. So like I said, it's Sunday night. I'm not gonna do any more work. Gotta get prepared for the work week tonight. All right, so the next day after I was filming the planning of this project, but I got this 2 1/2-inch hole dozer not chucked up. I watched too many machining videos. Just clamped down into my drill press, and I'm gonna cut this in half with this, and I'll have 2 pieces that are notched where I want them to be. So let's get to it, see how it works. Oh, I need glasses. So yeah, like I said, I have a piece twice as long as I need one to be. I'm just gonna cut it in half. So I'm cutting halfway. I'm cutting just this top side off. So then I'll get that cut radius. And I'll just take my angle grinder and cut through on these sides. So I already did this back side here. This is my last cut. And I just got a spray bottle with the annular cutter, cutting fluid. Okay, so like I said, now I can just cut this part with the angle grinder. Easy enough. Okay, so now you can see I have that nice profile. I just need to clean it up. So I just zip that real quick, but that should work. All right, so I got these cut, and what I had to do is just knock down these edges because the 2 1/2-inch hole saw was obviously just not a big enough arc. It's kind of too tight of a radius. But so here's some pipe. Just have it squeezed back in here. These sides are a little bit bad. That's why I got it so cheap. But like 4 feet up, it's fine. If you look inside of it, it's nice and clean, about 12 inches up. So for me, this will do pretty well. But let's see here. So, see, that's a pretty good fit. Yeah, that'll work for me. So I'll have 4 of these, then a plate welder on top of here, and then be like a pipe railing. Okay, so I'm back here working on the bulkhead header extension piece for the trailer. And right now I'm drilling the holes that are gonna mount onto the existing channel and then build up from there. So I kind of have a clever way of how I'm doing this. So what I'm doing here is I just drilling them on the drill press. And what I did here is I have 4 of these 1/4-inch plates, and I just tacked them all together so that they're all sitting nice and uniform with each other. So whenever I drill through, they'll all be a consistently spaced hole, so they're identical. So I went from like a 1/4-inch to a 3/8 to a 7/16 to a 1/2 inch. But it drilled really easy, and the benefit to this is not only that you're gonna get a guaranteed consistent hole pattern in all 4 of them, but it's also much easier because I don't have to chuck or clamp up 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, 4 plate. I just have one, drill through it, move over to the other one. It's that simple. Now all I have to do is just grind down these tacks real quick, and then I'm good to go. All right, let's see how this played out. Okay, so here they are. As you can see, I ground all the tacks. Let's take it over here and bust it on the table. Here's 2. Making good penetration on these guys. There we go. So what was holding that was just that fusion right there. Almost like if you would be welding on something with a poor ground, then it would kind of arc off the ground and fuse it. You can see a little porosity here. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright, so I'm getting all these tacked up. So anyways, I got all these tacked up, all the pieces. My camera, for whatever reason, quit out there. But I'll just line these up along the beam here, clamp them, and good cut a piece of pipe, and we'll tack them together. Drug some pipe out from there, came up to here, slung it with the crane, got it into place. Alright, so I got all these posts, I guess you could call them. Got them all fit up. Got the pipe cleaned up, or I'm going to weld it. So I'm ready to get some tacks on here. But yeah, so I like the looks of this. Let's check it for level again. I feel like I'd be upset at myself. It's pretty darn good. I ain't never gonna see that. I think I'm just about ready to weld. Makes a big difference. Alright, I'm getting these welded. Kind of learning the settings on this machine, but it's going in okay. I'm making these caps now. Caps for the end of the pipe. Man, these things are a pain to make. Do that, clean them up. They'll turn out like this. Well. Okay, gonna drill these holes now. Yeah, it's supposed to get warm today. But anyways, drilled those a few weeks back and just drilled these 6 holes now. So, if you're using a cordless drill, a lot of drill press that is, step bit's the way to go. Wow. All right, so it's starting to warm up here. Thermometer reads about 40 degrees. So I drilled the holes outside for the header on the trailer. So now what I'm gonna do is clean this up and get it ready for paint, the actual header piece, that guy. So hit it with a flap disc, clean it up, and I'll show you guys my paint. So what I did here is just wire wheeled it, took a flap disc also, got any little BBs off of the welds, cleaned off all that primer that was on this paint, just 120 grit. But also what I do is I take that sandpaper and I go, it's a piece of it, I just go across it and hit every single edge and feel every edge of the welds or any burrs, any stuck piece of MIG wire on a weld, anything that might be sharp or jagged or unpleasant to touch. Time to get it off now before a year from now someone goes to put their hand up on here and, you know, cuts their hand or just unpleasant feeling occurs. But so anyway, we'll preheat. Alright, so I threw some primer on, and now I'm just Doing a little bit of spray paint. So get this on and have this project done. All right, so I'm here in the garage where it's a little bit warmer, and just putting the final coat on this header. I don't know why I can't figure out what it is. I keep calling it a header or bulkhead. Anyways, I'm putting on the final layer of paint on the bulkhead header type thing back here. So I'll show you what I'm doing, my plan. All right, so I did spray paint for the first, for the base coat, and I'm just going in with a roller, some satin black Rust-Oleum, thinned a little bit with acetone, not too much, but enough that it spreads easy. And just applying a real light finish coat on this. This should be pretty durable. I've never tried this method, so we'll see how it goes. So I'll bring you guys back whenever I finish this. Okay, so it's warm today, so and kind of sunny. So the paint's cured now, good enough that I think it'll be fine to be outside and finish curing. But anyway, so I'm just over here at the bolt department. I'm just grabbing some bolts, show you guys this before, but I'm trying to slowly stock up on different bolts. So I have some good ones. These are from McMaster Car, really good grade 8 stuff. Then I have some cheap stuff from Rural King that's not as good, even though it says it's grade 8. These have a tendency to be like a one-time thing because these threads get burned up easily, I noticed. So I found if you use these, they seem fine, fasten them on, but don't keep taking them on and off. Anyways, this is kind of a mess. I have a certain niece that I have a great job for her to organize all this stuff, and I'll probably buy some more bolts, stock up more, and fill up this whole area with 1/4 inch, 5/16, 3/8, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch. That's what I use the most, is 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and 1/4 inch. So yeah, let me just go through this mess here. Grab Andrew's wrench, and grab a 3/4 inch, and then come in here, grab a 3/4 inch wrench, and I'm going to spray a little bit of fluid film on the mating surface. This will keep the rust from forming in that gap between these plates in there, so just don't have to go overboard. We'll actually get some on here. Okay, now let me fit you guys up. Okay, and there it is, bolted up. Let's get a better look. So now you put a big heavy load on this trailer, you have something of bigger size to help catch that load. This didn't add any strength, but it's bigger and will help catch a load better than that little piece of channel. Now for strength, something that really disappoints me is, if you guys can see up in there, I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can see up in there, but this channel is just tack welded. There's a little tack here and a little tack over here. So I'm gonna have to pull the trailer in one day and put a weld up. I'm gonna have to put a weld up in there where there's no weld. So that kind of disappoints me that wouldn't be welded. It's just tacked in there because that is not for show. That is 100% for safety and security. That's a pretty pivotal, it's a very pivotal part of the trailer. It's very, very important that that's welded in there secure, and the fact that it's welded secure here, and those two pieces of channel are just tacked on to this top piece. That's not going to do much. So I'm going to have to get in there and put a bead in there and really stiffen that up. I don't understand why that wouldn't have been done, but once that's done, this will be nice and heavy duty. So, yeah.